Welcome back, everybody, for round number 8 of the Palms Wednesday or Pro American Late Model Series Season 4 here at Thompson Speedway, presented to you all by MaxspeedTV. My brother is in chat. However, he is unable to join us here tonight due to computer issues, waiting for a new graphics card. So, well, I guess you all are stuck with me here tonight. But we'll get through it. Not all here at the present time. But pretty good turnout on the field here, or on the track here tonight. Looks like about 20 drivers, so look like maybe we'll have at least 2 heats as of right now. It could be 3 depending on how they split it up, but we'll see what happens. Coming into at about 6 minutes of practice, and Kenny Tripp right now up in the top spot as we see Kyler Davis in the 6 go for a tailspin there, but the number 12 of Kitty over the top here. For now, we'll see what happens, but looking at our pre-race analytics here this evening, we do have a little bit of a wind that they are kind of contending with at about 7 miles an hour, 66 degree air temp, a track temp of 73, so not too bad out there. A total of 150 laps, 94.5 miles. This track is not very big, just a little over half a mile. I believe like 0.63 or something like that. So not very big, kind of similar to IRP in a sense. But I think they're gonna. I think this one's got a little bit more banking than IRP does. I don't know much about Thompson. First ever time I have ever broadcasted at this track. So I do believe tires might become a problem, especially that right front. We'll try to talk to a driver or two about that here later on. But they do get 3 in total. That does count the set they start with, but only 2 behind the wall. So they are going to have to be very smart about the tire usage here. Now, fuel is 40%, so that's going to run roughly, I was told, at about 60 laps. I've got a +5, -5 on that, just to kind of see, you know, we could go further than that too, but that's just kind of a rough guesstimate there. So 55 to 65, we'll just kind of go with the flow there. Now, pit road, though, is pretty slow at 35 miles an hour with a pace speed of 45. Now, I do not have the points updated here, unfortunately, so what we're going to have to do is drag over Discord here and kind of show y'all what they look like coming into tonight. Now, Kenny Tripp up in the top spot at 8:39. Holmeyer in second at 8:10. John Canizaro Jr. in third at 8:04. Eddie Hogan in fourth at 7:86. Brett Meeks in fifth at 7:66. Bob Elder in sixth at 7:34. William Salamone in 7th at 7:30. Mark Kiedemann in 8th at 7:24. He's actually tied with Scott Negus for 8th. So these two battling right now for the 8th spot. Brandon Kiger is rounding out the 10th spot at 7:08. Jonathan Emerson in 11th at 6:98. Kyler Davis in the 12th position at 6:74. Gary Eldred in 13th at 6:16. John Brancasio in 14th at 5:87, and Art Hendren rounding out, well, what I could see there is the top 15 at 5:86. So still a whole lot of racing to go with these guys. I don't know exactly how many races we got left, but that is the point standings coming into this evening. I do see Brendan Kennedy out there as well in chat, as well as my brother. We do have 11 people out there watching. So, yeah, on the field today. This is the football field. This is not a track. This is a football field. So they are out on the football field here this evening. going to be doing some racing. Now, they're going to get into the heat here pretty quickly, so we're going to step aside and play the national anthem. Heat number 1 will be close to coming to the start, folks, when we come back.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight.
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching Maxspeed TV.
All right, well, we are girded up for heat race number 1. We've got Tripp, Hogan, Salamone, Meeks, Canizaro, Senior, Keteman, Mitchell, Eldred, Colmeyer, and Emerson. Rounding out the 10 drivers for heat race number 1. It looks like Shane Colmeyer did not grid here for Heat Race 1. So I do believe, though, everybody will start, seeing as we do have 20 drivers. So you do not have to worry about that. But green is out. Here we go, folks. Heat Race number 1 is underway, and 7 drivers, I do believe. Wow. Nope, 9 drivers. All right, so 9 drivers did grid, 1 did not. It looks like Trip right now work at the top, or the mid to top line here, up at the top, followed by RP2 Benny Hogan. Now going back here to Meeks, he's already up in position. Eatman up 2. Anderson is, well, as looking at it now, up 5 from 10. Salamodi is back into, well, the 6th spot after starting 3rd, and we're going to see, of course, these drivers, it looks like, how to run single file for Heat 1. At least, now we'll probably see these guys probably may try to take it side by side as we get closer and closer to the end. But Heat 1 will set the stage and set the pole here tonight. So we'll find out who grabs the pole. Go ahead and get my pen and my paper ready. Right now, though, as it sets, any Trip looking to, of course, come away with it. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I don't know really much of anything about Thompson Speedway. All I know, it's kind of similar to IRP in a sense. Now getting onto pit road is, I think, a little bit easier than IRP, but we are already, of course, at that 8 to go here for Heat 1. Of course, Kenny has led all the laps so far, but Benny Hogan is putting a little pressure on him. Of course, if Kenny makes a trip, if he trips it up at any point, makes any type of mistake, Benny Hogan's going to be able to pounce right on him, being that close. Battle back here between Brett Meeks, Mark Kedeman. Mark already now up into the, well, I'm showing him into the 3rd or 4th spot. Like Brett is now into 3rd. These two battling it out, or was side by side there for a second. Coming up on him is Jonathan Emerson to the 23. Now getting that 5 to go mark. All Kenny's got to do is hold on for 20 more turns, and he'll be good to go. He'll set point. Heat 2 will set the outside pole. It doesn't look like we're going to have any more heats after that, or the Consis. I have yet to be part of a Consi here for Palms. That, of course, is the, I guess, similar to the last chance qualifiers. 2 likes out there here tonight, folks. Can we smash the like button for these guys? I know these guys race a little bit different than we're used to seeing, but they do put on a great show when they get to racing. These heats can be pretty interesting as well, and it looks like Kenny is going to take the 2 to go. He's led all 13 of the laps so far. I can't necessarily write him down yet because he has not crossed the checkered flag, but all right. Well, Shane Kohlmeyer did make it out. He might have started on pit road. Going to start in the back. There's the 1 to go, so Kitty Trip looking like he may just hold on here. Is the 7 going to make a dive for it? He's going to try it, but not going to be able to get down there. Kitty Trip going to grab the pole here tonight, winning heat race number 1. Right, we'll be able to talk to Kenny here and find him. There he is. Kenny, buddy, got a copy real quick?
Sure.
Hey, man, grabbing the pole, winning heat race and number 1, bud. How's Thompson Speedway? How does it feel for 15 grueling laps?
Start position means everything. So being on the pole, and it's really a single file race here, and just gotta stay out of the back of people, and you'll be all right. But definitely makes it a lot easier, up front.
Yeah, well, talk about tires here real quick. Do you think that's gonna play a factor here tonight?
Yeah, you'll see some long runs. Tire and fuel will definitely play a factor. So keep the feel.
All righty, buddy. We'll let you get to it, man. Go rest up a couple minutes, and then we'll see you out on the grid, buddy. Good luck.
Roger that. Thank you.
All right, get them set for heat race number 2 here. So heat number 2 is going to consist of John Canizaro Jr., Jake Plummer, Gerard Lawrence, Kyler Davis, Brandon Kiger, Stephen Rex, John Brancasio, Bob Eldred, Arthur Hendren, and Scott Negus. It does look like Jake Plummer did not grid here for Heat 2. Now this is going to set, whoever wins this is going to set the outside pole. They're going to start on the outside of Kitty Trip. Now they do get 2 laps here. Ooh, the 6. Oh, the 6 is blinking, and I think the 4 of Stephen Rex didn't see him. Oof. All right, well, let's hope that Tyler Davis can get that under control before we get to racing here. But that pace car will dive off to the safety of pit road here in just a second. Actually into turn 3. Here in just a few seconds here, it will dive down. There it goes to the safety of pit road. John Canizaro Jr. is going to start us off. And the green is out. Here we go, folks. Heat race number 2 underway. Who is going to take it this time around? Ooh, already starting to get a little crazy back here. Tyler Davis coming around the 777. They get bunched up back here. Gerard, the 80 and the 27. Brandon Kiger, Bob Eldred, Stephen Rex, Scott Negus. A lot of side-by-side between these 5 drivers here. And Arthur Hendren, I think, has decided, well, you know what? I'm going to be able to start anyway. I'm just going to pull back here and let these guys, race it up side by side, and we will kind of go from there here. I do need to get one more thing up here before we get going, and I'm trying to find the Google Docs, and I guess I lost it. Wait, nope, found it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get that ready here tonight. And it looks like Kyler is holding off John Canizaro Jr. Gerard still sitting at 3rd. We do got some drivers back here side by side, though. The 85 of Kiger, the 13 of Bob. Oh, they are neck and neck. Arthur back here just hanging out. He's like, all right, well, y'all Y'all can just do, side by side, 3 wide if you want to. I think John Brancasio's thinking the same thing. He's like, nah, y'all can just wreck it out. We'll go ahead and just start back here. We'll finish out this heat. We'll go with that. They're kind of playing it safe, I think. So. But as of right now, looks like Kyler's still under fire here. Kiger and Lawrence. Well, you might even throw Bob in the mix here. Even Rex in the number 4. And every time I see the total car care 4, we have a dog that lives with us. His name is Rex. And I think of him every time I see Steven's name. So part of the same paint he always does, but 777 still putting a little pressure there on him. Let's go ahead and get a closer view of John Canizaro. Stay tuned, sports. 777 up. Hey, that's pretty neat. I like that. All right. More to go here, though. Oh, man. Got a message here. But all right, here we go. 2 laps to go here for heat race numero 2. And that's going to be the one to go. Kyler Davis going to try to hang on here to grab the P2 spot. And he hold on to it. It looks like out of turn number 4, he'll do just that. Kyler Davis winning heat race in number 2. All right, we'll go ahead and get Kyler up here real quick and have a talk with him. Kyler, buddy, got a copy?
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm doing all well. I would say I'm doing all right, but I'm here. But we're here, man. Well, congratulations on heat race number 2, man. You're going to be starting up there with Kenny Tripp, So, hey, man, talk about it. Thompson, kind of similar in a way to Gateway or IRP, but, it does have its differences as well, man. What do you got to do here to survive?
Honestly, just keep the top lane. Don't give it up. There's no other lane than the top lane.
No other lane than the top lane. Well, your name is Kyler Never Lift Davis. Now, you're going to have to lift here tonight.
Absolutely. That sidewalk comes up quick.
All right. So, it's going to be Kyler Gotta Lift Davis here tonight.
Exactly.
All righty, buddy. Well, good luck down there, man. Congratulations on the... winning heat race number 2, but 150 laps out here tonight, and there's no fast repairs. You guys know what needs to happen. We don't have to talk about it. Good luck on the track, bud.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. All right, well, let's get him back down there. We'll go ahead and get him gridded here. Let's get that off there, and let's go ahead and do our qual grid here. Kenny Tripp, Kyler Davis, heat 1, heat 2. All right, iRacing, lining them up like this. Benny Hogan in 3rd, John Canizaro Jr. 4th, Brett Meeks 5th, Brandon Kiger 6th, Mark Keatman 7th, Gerard Lawrence 8th, Jonathan Emerson 9th, Bob Eldred 10th, William Salamone in 11th, Stephen Rex 12th, Gary Eldred 13th, Scott Negus 14th, John Canizaro Sr. 15th, Arthur Hendren 16th, Thomas Mitchell 17th, John Brancasio at 18th, Shane Colmeyer 19th, and Jake Plummer doesn't even look like he gridded here this evening. But here we go. Kenny Tripp is going to be getting us going here at the start of the feature race. And the pace car, of course, will dive off down it'll dive off down to the safety of pit road before it gets into turn 3. We will be getting the show on the road here tonight. John Black in chat. How you doing, John? It's just myself, Joshua Medlock up here. We'll get to that in a minute. Here we go, folks. Pace car is down and green is out. Boogity, 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 folks. We are racing here tonight at Thompson. Once they can find the groove. Oh, Kyler. Don't think he left it. Yeah, man. Oh, man, that was close. He smacked the wall there a little bit. He was just talking about the wall, too. And, well, I guess it bit him already. All right, well, we've got the 777 and the 7 here, as well as the 85, and we still got a lot of side-by-side going on. They have not found the single file yet, so hopefully it won't be single file. Hopefully they'll be side-by-side throughout the race here tonight. Somebody scraping the wall again back here. I don't know who that was, but I thought for a second we was going to have it 3 wide. And I was watching too of Mark Hedeman. Somebody is into the wall. Ooh, I don't know who that was. Yo, wait. No. That Gary into the wall? Oh, it looks like it might have been the 08. Getting on a chase view here of Gary Eld. Yeah, he's got some damage on there. Ouch. Not what you want to see early on. Single file up top, but got to get back here to the 13 and the Bob Eldred, and then now they're going to get it figured out. That is the 66 Brett Meeks. Who's going to be able to save their tires the most here tonight? Anybody got a pick out there on who you think's going to save the most tires? Right now, though, Kenny Tripp just kind of lead the way. That top line groove, then up by the wall. Oh man, Gary, man, that is a tough break. Don't really want to see him having to set on pit road here, though. That's no fun. No fun at all. Well, John, how you doing there, buddy? Doing all right? I know I should have done this probably a long time ago, but you did come in. Do come in when you can, so welcome to the moderator world there, buddy. Appreciate your time when you are able to make it. Welcome to the team. Join my brother and Brendan and few of the other ones over here on MaxspeedTV. TV. So we love having those that show up and keep an eye on chat, so we appreciate it. Uh-oh, we do got a wreck back here, though, and we've got a yellow. Oh, yes, we do. All right, what happened here? That is going to be, Gary Eldred and the 23 making some contact, and I think Gary just came back out. Let's see kind of what happened here on the MaxspeedTV replay. Looks like before getting around, then the 8 comes up. He might have come up just a little bit too much. Let's go ahead and get a chase view on this. We'll turn the camera. Kind of look at it here from a different angle. Now the 23, it does look like the 23 did hold his line, but Then again, not my call. I just call it as I say it. Well, he is up against the wall, that is for sure. And it does look like Gary might have come up just a little bit. Now, they could have touched, but right there, definitely some net code going to play a factor. But after that, it was touchy, no go for the 08 and the 23 here. And oh man, not what you want to see. You know, Gary, of course, just getting back out there on the racetrack, and it looks like he has already taken his car behind the wall here. He's had enough. Jonathan Emerson is on pit road. 13 laps roughly, green, and our first yellow. Yeah, I just made you one. Yep, I just made you one, but thank you for coming in when you can, man. I appreciate it. No real life stuff gets in the way. My brother, unfortunately, not able to make it here tonight. His graphics card, the GPU, the fans stopped working on it. And so he was heating up to about 190-something degrees Fahrenheit, and yeah, it was bad. So he's got another one on the way. So big shout out to, I don't remember if it was Amazon or eBay where he got it from, but whoever it was, a big shout out to them for sending him another one, due to the fact that he hadn't had it very long. So. Yeah, my brother is in chat. He can't look at chat, so. Yeah, 194 degrees, yeah. Whoo, that's hot. Right now, okay, so we've got Kenny Tripp, Kyler Davis, Bob Eldred, John Canizaro Jr., Scott Negus. That is going to be coming to the restart. That's the top 5. Here we go. Kenny has chosen the outside line of the green back out here tonight at Thompson Speedway. Almost called it Gateway. All right. Whoa, getting a little hairy back here. Oh, no! We got him going backwards here tonight, folks. Somehow Benny Hogan, he would turn backwards here. What happened to Benny? Oh, no. It looks like the 558 of John Canizaro Sr. was also involved in this. And it looks like, I think Benny Hogan just might have come up a little bit. I think he did, but that's just my call. I'm not blaming it on Benny. That angle, it looked like he did. So we're going to see here. Now, John Canizaro Sr. could have come down, too. But looks like from this angle, ooh, I think the monkeys met in the middle there. We know Benny did come up. We can see that. And I think John might have come down as well. So you can see here coming out of the quarter, kind of mid-corner here, he's above the striped lines there, and then all of a sudden he might have got a little bit loose, but the 7 did come up as well. Could have played a little bit of net code in that too. Definitely some contact. He's going backwards, and then the 85 of Kiger going to get involved in this. Let's kind of back it off, and looks like Mark Keedeman going to get a piece of it as well. Stephen Rex somehow locked it down. The 558 hard into the outside wall. And Benny Hogan, ooh, like Arthur Hendren, going to get a piece. And, of course, there's the pace car. All right. Well, I don't think I have. Alright, let's see here. Yeah. Google Docs sheet for the race updates is not active tonight, so we cannot kind of go, over, what they're calling, but however, they will review it. Pace car is already down. Single file restart now. So here we go. Green back out once again. Now they will run single file restarts until they can get, I believe it's like 5 laps. Green flag. Then they will, of course, if we get another yellow, go back to 2 double file restarts. But for now, single file restart's going to kind of separate the field a little bit. Got Kenny Trent, Kyler Davis, Bob Eldred, John Canizaro Jr., Scott Negus, Brett Meeks, Mark Keedeman. That's kind of rounding out our top 7. Gerard Lawrence and Jonathan Emerson coming up on them here. That's the top 9. You might as well throw Thomas Mitchell in the mix here, too. He's not too far back at about a second. William Salamone, John Canizaro Sr., Shane Kohlmeyer, Brennan Kiger, John Brancasio, Benny Hogan, Arthur Hendren, and Stephen Rex. Gary Eldred, unfortunately, has already called it a night. Yeah, oh, yeah, John, I got a friend that lives up in Northeast Ohio as well. You probably seen him in chat. His name is Dennis Ansman, also known as Extreme Racing TV. He lives in Northeast Ohio. So, they've been getting, a lot of rain and severe weather up there, I think yesterday, but looks like, man, oh, John Canizaro Sr. having a moment, and now everybody kind of slowing down a little bit, but no yellow. Everybody is still going. We are still green here tonight. I can't remember actually where he lives. I do know it's up in Northeast. He's not too far from the Pennsylvania border. But right now, single file here, folks, and these guys did talk about it. Kenny Trent, and Kyler Davis, they did talk about it. One groove. That's basically what it is. I do see, of course, the 777 of John Canizaro Jr. trying to get another line to go in, but, man, guess you have to do it, like, in a timely manner. Ooh, John Brancasio. Something's going on with John. Maybe he's not liking what he's seeing. He fell back. Now he's going to get around Thomas Mitchell here. Everybody is still on the lead lap. That is out on the racetrack. 18 drivers here tonight, so everybody is good to go. It's still anybody's race. By far, still got a long way to go. A long way to go. A short time to get there. All right. Here I go swinging again, folks. Oh, man. Whoa! Somebody do a little scrapey. That's 13 of Bob Eldred. Now, remember, we got 2 Eldreds, or did have 2 out on the track. Bob Eldred and Gary Eldred, I believe, father and son. I don't know which one's which. Yeah, he's been in chat a few times. Surprised he's not in chat here tonight. Then again, he could have some other stuff going on. We know, we know IRL does, kind of take precedence over iRacing. One of the guys that we usually see in chat, Stephen Lane. Please keep him and his family your thoughts and prayers. He lost a relative, and they've been dealing with that. So we're thinking about Stephen and his family as well here tonight. I'm not seeing him in chat either, but you know, like I said, real life stuff happens. Right now, not a whole lot of passing going on. Let's check back with Arthur and John Brancasio and Thomas Mitchell. We've got 3 Johns out here, so I got to really be careful on which John I'm talking about. Got a father and son duo, and then we've got John Brancasio. He's hanging out back here in 17th. He is up a spot from where he started in 18th, so Thomas Mitchell kind of just hanging back here. Ooh, Thomas has got some significant front end damage on that car. Ooh, I like that paint on that car. Ooh. Mountain Dew Code Red. Unfortunately, Mountain Dew has got some dents on that right side here. He's got the leaders coming up on him here too. He might go a lap down if Kitty Tripp and company get up there to him. Now, it is Kitty Tripp and the rest of our leaders' job to get around Thomas Mitchell. Now, Thomas can let him by, and, you know, I wouldn't put it past Thomas to do that because of the amount of damage he has on that 68 car. However, he doesn't have to let them by. He can make them get around him, you know, and he can hold up, you know, the top spot and just hang on for dear life. But I think Thomas, knowing with that damage that he's got, these guys are coming, he might just move out of the way, go low. Probably more likely go low. And it looks like, oh, Kyler Davis, no. Kyler blinking out back here. Check your blinker fluid there, Mr. Mark Martin. You're in Youngstown. I can't remember where he's at. Looking at Thomas Mitchell again, and then you see the leaders right there. And a big old 65-pound puppy dog. A husky, Great Pyrenees mix. Thinks he's a lap dog. Just come back from inside, so I had to say hi. All right, well, Kitty Tripp, though, has led all the laps so far, folks. He has not let Kyler Davis or anybody else, for that matter, get up and around him. And, yeah, the 68's going to let him by. 68 just wasn't he's not even going to fight him. Thomas Mitchell's like, nah, I don't have a chance. I'm going to let these guys go around. I'm going to run my own race and, you know, get the best finish I can get. So he's going to, you know, kind of play it as smart as he can here tonight. Some great respect from Thomas Mitchell to the leaders. But Kenny Tripp still has company. I mean, he's got Kyler and Bob and Don Canizaro Jr. and Scott Degas, Mark Keedeman, Brett Meads. And don't forget Gerard, Jonathan. Shane Colmeyer is a little bit further back at about 3 seconds from Emerson. But, you know, we get one yellow, and it's going to put Shane and the rest of the group stacked back up together. Still pretty good racing going on. I don't like the single file, but then again, I do. Said it makes the race go by quicker. All right. He actually is from Warren, but he lives in Cortland. I don't think you're too far from him. That is Dennis, by the way. Former co-worker got hooked on MSTV. Oh, who is that former co-worker by chance? I know him. And they're going to be coming up on Arthur Hendren here too. It might put him a lap down, and likewise to Thomas. He does not have to let the leaders go by him. We'll see what Arthur does. He does have, it looks like, some right side damage as well. Yeah, it's not as bad as Thomas's, but still bad enough. He might have to take it to Rex Garage and kind of get it bent back out there. I believe that would be Steven Rex, by the way. Looks like Kenny Tripp. Yeah, he's not, 37's not going to fight him either. He's just going to kind of let him go by, but we will stay on Arthur here because you never know. You never know. We could have a yellow, you know, Arthur get loose or somebody else get loose and, you know, they're piling it up, and then we've got, you know, short track tippers going out there. You know how it works out. I ain't got to explain it. Oh, Brad Bothwell. Yeah, I know Brad. I've known Brad for, oh, golly, years. I believe since I started back in 2016. That's when I started actually co-commentating with Rudy, Jeff Dodson, and racing and all that. I believe I either met him that year or just after, you know, the next year in 2017. But yeah, I know Brad. I know Brad really well. I haven't seen him in a while. All right, well, they're coming around John Canizaro Sr. now. Looks like John Sr. coming down pit road. They have been out here at about 55 laps. We did say that our fuel somewhere between the 60 laps, so 55 to 65 laps is our fuel run here tonight. Still dealing with that wind, though, at about 5 miles an hour. So, don't know if that's playing, you know, a huge factor with these guys, but did see John Canizaro Sr. come down pit road. Now, they do not get any fast repairs. Oh, just a second. All right, sorry about that. I am back. All right, well, Kenny Tripp, 57 laps now under his belt. I got to turn my fan on. He's starting to get a little hot. And he's been out here now 59 laps. So we are past, of course, the 55 lap mark. We'll see when these guys do decide to come down pit road. Mark Keedeman and Brett Meeks have been out here 47 laps. Gerard Lawrence and Jonathan Emerson, 47. Doesn't look like Brandon Kiger, 41. Shane Kohlmeyer, it's showing 40, but he missed his pit box, so I have no idea. Benny Hogan, 42. William Salamone, 41. Stephen Rex, 40. And John Brancasio, 41. 41 for Arthur Hendren, and 47 for Thomas Mitchell. John Canizaro Sr. has just come back out, and we do have John Canizaro Jr. down the pit road here for more than likely his first stop. I don't think they can go the distance even from here. We do have Scott Negus, Mark Keedeman down pit road. Green flag pit stops here, folks. They are doing a very good job, I would assume, calling it out, making sure everybody knows they're coming down, when they're coming down. They don't have to, but that would be the respectful thing to do. Still just trying to watch and see who's coming down next. Here comes the 2 back out. Mark Kedeman, Scott Negus. So Mark Kedeman, we do have more coming down. Kyler Davis is down. Bob Eldred is down pit road here. Eddie Tripp still out there. He's just continuing to rack up the laps. Trying to go as far as he can. Now looks like 66 laps. Now we did have a few yellows too, so that does help them staying out a little bit longer. All right. See who else needs to come down. Well, the top 10 actually need to come down. Looks like John Brancasio is going to go a lap down here as Kenny Tripp did get around him. Kenny, though, just racking up the laps, so still the top 10 need to come down at some point. Kenny Tripp now 68 laps under his belt. We are on lap 69. And Kenny Tripp down pit road. That's going to give the lead up to Brett Meeks. He's going to lead his first lap here tonight. It looks like John Canizaro Jr. trying to come around our leader. John would be getting his lap back the old-fashioned way. He's trying. Boy, he's trying. Looks like Jonathan Emerson also came down, so we are waiting to see. Oh man, now Brett Meeks is going to have to run the high line here as the 777. He is to the inside, and man, still door to door out of 2. John Canizaro Jr. just cannot get around him, even though Brett Meeks has been out here, though. 61 laps to John's 10. It just goes to show you how hard it is to pass here. John gets his lap back, and then he don't get his lap back. Then he gets his lap back, and then he don't get his lap back. He's battling the 66. Now, Kyler Davis is coming up on him too, a lap down. Bob Eldred, Mark Kedeman, Negus, Emerson, Tripp, and Hendren. But we've still got to, get these other guys to come down pit road here. And the 37, that is Arthur Hendren. He's just going to let the guys go by. He's not even gonna fight them. It'll be interesting to see when Brett Meeks comes down pit road because, like I said, he's got the 777 right there behind him, and Brett ain't. He's not diving. Oh, here he comes. Brett Meeks is down, Yeah, he's down pit road here, folks. There we go. We'll get it out in a minute. Gerard Lawrence going to lead a lap here. Now the 55 of, if I can find him, Scott Negus getting a lap back. Still have several drivers that have to come down, though. Gerard being one of them. Shane Kohlmeyer, Brandon Kiger, Benny Hogan, William Salamone, Stephen Rex, and John Brancasio. That is our top 7. So still 7 drivers that are going to have to come down at some point here. And it looks like Arthur Hendren is on pit road in his box. We are still waiting. Man, lap 80 here tonight, folks, of 150. Hopefully everybody out there is having a good time. Everybody can hear me just fine. Still working on the audio. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button, people. Thank you there, John. Do appreciate it. Looks like Gerard is down pit road now. Benny Hogan coming down as well. That, as of right now, is going to put the top 4 needing to come down. Olmeyer, Geiger, Salamone, and Rex. It looks like we've got a few more down. Brandon Geiger, John Brancasio down pit road. Right. And here comes Shane Colmeyer down pit road. So it would not surprise me to see William come down at some point. He's been out here 65 laps. Now he is going to lead his first lap, but that is going to put, of course, John Canizaro Jr. in second, Davis Kyler in third, Bob Eldred fourth, and Mark Keatum in fifth. Now, when William comes down, that is going to put, as it stands, John Canizaro Jr. in the lead. But we'll see kind of what happens between now and, whatever, William. Oh, William got it locked down and to pit road. Wow, that was scary. He is on pit road. Steven Rex is fixed to come out. And John Canizaro Jr. now up front. All right, if everybody out there is having a good time here tonight for the Pro American Late Model Series, round number 8 of season 4 here at Thompson, please hit the like button, subscribe to MaxspeedTV, hit the notification bell. It'll let you all know when we go live here on MaxspeedTV, whether it be myself or Jeff when he's able to broadcast, or, well, anybody else for that matter that broadcast or hopefully broadcast over here at MaxspeedTV at some point. My brother, Steven, or, well, Dennis. You know, just really anybody. We do appreciate all of the support from the fans to the leagues to the, you know, league owners to, well, iRacing. You know, without iRacing itself allowing us to do this, well, we wouldn't be doing it. So, big shout out to iRacing too. John Canizaro Jr. now a little bit of a gap. I wonder if Kyler's going to be able to get up there to him. Watching the 13 and the 2 here. That is Bob and Mark Keateman. Bob Elder and Mark Keateman. I want to call him Ketamine, but that sounds too much like a drug. So we're not going to do that. I'm seeing 14 watching and 4 likes. That's what I'm seeing. Of course, iRacing's got to update at some, or not iRacing, but YouTube will update at some point. Yeah. 14 of you tuning in and 4 likes. Still got, you know, still over 50 laps to go. So anything from, you know, from the last set of pit stops to the final set of pit stops, man, it's going to be close on. Still don't think they can make it, though. John Canizaro Jr.'s been out here now 33 laps. It'll be close. Still don't think, though, he can make it. Eddie Tripp, after leading 68 laps, he has fell back to 11th, but still a long way to go. You look where John is, Kitty, and Benny. There's Benny Hogan right there. Now, Benny is the last driver on the lead lap. It looks like John Jr. just got around his dad of John Sr. And John Jr. is coming up on the 7 here. Benny Hogan pretty quick. Benny's been out here, though, 15 laps to compared to John Jr.'s 36. Well, it'll be 37 here at the line. We're going to hang on right here to John Jr., John Canizaro Jr. at that. See if maybe he can get up there to Benny Hogan and see if he can get around him. Of course, we are at lap 100, so this time by 101, that's going to put us at the 50 to go. I am hearing drivers scrape the wall, and it looks like the 62. John Brancasio. Okay, he's been out here 17 laps. He just went another lap down here. But John Jr. still has not got up to the 7. Kyler, though, is closing in on John. Is now down to just a little over a second. Right, getting ever so closer to the end of the race here, folks. We're still here. We're still here. Don, Tyler, Bob, Scott, Jonathan, Brett, Shane, Gerard, Kenny, and Kiger. That is rounding out the top 10 here with under 50 to go. Going and taking a look here at a recap of what has happened here so far. 2 cautions for 9 laps. That's it. 44 laps to go. 5 lead changes in total. Could have maybe 1 or 2 more lead changes, possibly 3. I don't foresee any more yellows, but then again, it is Thompson. It is a short track. Anything is possible. Expect the unexpected as always, but, you know, so far these guys have really, you know, really knocked down this race. We've only been live here, folks, for Just over an hour, actually, an hour and 15 minutes. So, you know, got the heats and, of course, the feature race. These guys don't take long at all, especially when they get going. They try to run, I believe it's like 75% of the race clean. I believe that's their goal. And I think so far, from what I have seen this season, they have done that. They put on a great show every year or every week. I do believe there is a race that I have missed, which, you know, I do apologize again to these guys. But, you know, like I said before, real life gets in the way. And, you know, you just got to step back. This is one of my earlier events here. Tomorrow night, we'll be back live here on MaxspeedTV with the Downforce Racing Series. Still continuing their season. Stay tuned for that. That'll be at 8:45 Eastern, 7:45 Central with myself. And it looks like Scott Negus down pit road here for the final time. That is going to set the stage here for the remainder of the rest of the group. Come down pit road. Question is, are they going to come down pit road? I believe they're going to have to, because John Jr.'s been out here 51 laps. I think he's going to have to come down at some point. But boy, he's got Kyler right on his bumper, as well as Bob Elder and Jonathan Emerson a little bit further back. They're coming up on the 7 still yet, though, Benny Hogan. But Benny does not have to let him around. He can stay right where he's at, hold his line, and, you know, make them guys get around him. And Stephen Lane out there. How you doing, Stephen, man? We've been thinking about you. Thoughts and prayers still yet out to your family there, brother. And John Canizaro Jr. down pit road for the final time here. But that is sound muted. Wow. That's funny. Yeah, I think he had a blonde moment. No offense to any blondes out there here, but... Jonathan Emerson also down pit road. He had a Biden moment. Oh, man. I got to come up with a shirt, I guess. But I'm not old or senile. I had a Biden moment. If I get in trouble for that. I mean, it is freedom of speech, right? Yeah, we're thinking about you, man. We sure are. And I gave you a shout out yesterday, too. I didn't know if you were still in chat or not, but. All right, who else has decided to come down for the final time? Nobody. Just John Jr., Scott Negus, Jonathan Emerson, and John Sr. So John Sr. did come down for the final time. He's only been out here 7 laps. Still waiting, of course, for everybody else to come down. About 30 to go. Well, that is going to put it at 30 to go there at the stripe. We are getting down to the wire. Went to bed early. I figured you did. I figured. Who is it going to be here tonight, man? 56 laps for Kyler. 57, excuse me. It just updated. 57 for Bob. 44 for Brett Meeks. Now, they can go roughly at about 60 to 65 laps. So as we look at it here, 45, 55, 65, that's going to be, ooh, he might be short. Oh, here we go. Kyler Davis down. Bob Eldred down pit road. What's Brett Meeks going to do? Stay out. That's exactly what he's going to do. So looking at it, looking at this, got Brett staying out. Now, Shane Colmeyer's been out here just 38. So 38, 48, 58. I think Shane, man, is Shane going to be able to make it? 124. Ah, man, it's going to be close, I think. We'll see. We'll definitely see. Brett right now just trying to hang on to it. Shane back here in second. Looks like Gerard is third. Kenny Tripp back up into the fourth spot. And Brandon Kiger rounding out our top five. But I don't know if anybody's going to be able to make it. I believe Bart will be. No doubt about it. He's only been out here 23 laps. So I believe Mark Kiedemann will be able to make it here. And, of course, everybody else that has pitted behind him, like Sean Jr., is right there in the 777. And, whoa, that was a tight squeeze. We're going to stay right here with the two. Just to be safe, because now we've got a battle here between the 777 and the 2, and they're going to go door to door. The 85, 958. Whoa, John Sr. Whoa, wow. We got more guys coming down pit road here. Yeah, I believe that was Kenny Tripp. Yeah, Kenny Tripp is down pit road. Oh, no, the 85 going around. There is the yellow that we did not want to see here. But it looks like maybe the 85 just come down on the 2, but we'll go take a look-see here. Not saying Brandon did. I'm just saying that's what it looked like. All right, well, let's see here. And ooh, net code. I believe that, you could probably call that net code, but they would have touched, guaranteed. You see the little gap there between the tires. However, there's no fender, right front fender there from the tube. But definitely some net code, and unfortunately for the 85, he's going to get the rough end of the stick on that one. He's going to go around. Yellow is out here late in the race. And we'll let the admins figure that one out. Of course, I don't have, unfortunately, the docs, but like Steven didn't make it in here. If maybe we can get an update on the docs. Let's see. No. All right. So nothing in the race update. But, however, late race yellow. Now, we will see, of course, some wave arounds here, I do believe. Drivers going to get, you know, some laps back, and then but I see probably some drivers going back. It looks like Emerson going to get a wave around here. Possibly Kitty Tripp. Yep, Kitty Tripp going to get a wave around. And possibly John Brancasio, I want to say, but I could be wrong. We'll see kind of what happens to John. And the yellow is going to be extended here to let everybody, you know, kind of get their laps back, and the EOLs and all the stuff that's going to have to happen here. And it does look like Mark Keteman is going to get an EOL here, I think. All right. So, like I said, I don't have any of that in front of me, but nevertheless, still plenty of, well, not plenty of laps, but still a lot can happen in 15 laps. All right. Brett Meeks, Gerard Lawrence, Kyler Davis, John Jr., Bob Eldred, Scott Negus, Stephen Rex, Shane Colmeyer, William Salamone, Benny Hogan running out the top 10. Pace cars off and away, and it looks like Brett is going to be our lead car. Here we go. Bring back out once again here tonight. Now let's hope we don't have, well, you know what, breeding you know what here tonight. That is a possibility. 13,777 going at it back here. That is Gerard right up ahead of him. That's Bob and John Jr. The Ford Rex is right behind them here. Now right beside the 777. Whoa! That was close. Brett still leading the way, and everybody can. Oh, Brett do 74 laps. He'll be out here if he can make it, and that's going to be close. All right. Well, let's see here if Brett's going to be able to make it. Like, man, we got to stack up. Oh, somebody is into the wall back here. Oh, no. Shane Colmeyer into the wall. And looks like the 27, too, might have gotten a piece of the wall there and a little bit of 3 wide action. But need the caution come out right here. Yep, right. There it was. Did the 7 get loose? I believe he did. And Shane was just right there. So let's see kind of what happened here. That is Benny Hogan. Oh, that might have been a little bit of net code there too. They didn't touch it, looks like, but right there, ooh, if they did, it was close. And I'm talking like a smidge. Right there. Ooh, man, that is so close. I think that might have upset the 7 here just a little bit. And then 7 had to back off of it, not to, you know, really get into anybody or spin it. And then right there, ooh, 7... come back down, spinning the tires there, and Shane Colmeyer nowhere to go. Gonna end up spinning it around, unfortunately. Oh, and then he gets T-boned by John Sr. Oh, that had to hurt. Ouch. Oh. That hurt me. Tyler Avery out there. How you doing, Tyler? Looks like Tyler rooting on the 27 of Gerard. Correct? Yeah, Steven, I think it'll do a lot more than that, but man, that hurt me. Ooh. Right. So a couple of drivers, it looks like going to get a lap back or two. Thomas Mitchell, John Brancasio, and I don't know exactly who got the EOL. Like I said, folks, I don't have that information. However, 6 to go. Pace car will dive off to the safety of pit road. And we will be 5 to go when the green comes out. Brett Meek still in control with Kyler Davis to his inside. Back underway here tonight at Thompson Speedway. Pro American Late Model Series, Season 4, round number 8. They are getting a little bit touchy back here. Gonna have to watch them real close. Bob, Steven, John, Scott. I mean, they are all stacked up right here, and they are getting awfully squirrely. Oh no, Kitty Trip going around. There is no yellow for that. Wow. Well, I really can't go back and look at it, but wow. Hey, Steven. Wow. All right, well, 2 to go. Next time by, white flag will be in the air if we can get to the white flag. And it looks like out of turn number 4, we'll just do that. White flag in the air, 1 to go. Brett Meeks for 4 turns. And if he can hold on to it, boy, 73 laps. It'll be 74 when he hits the line. Does have Kyler right there on him, but out of turn number 4, it is going to be Brett Meeks winning it here tonight at Thompson. Kyler Davis in second. And Stephen Rex rounding out the top 3. That is the podium. Bob Eldred in 4. John Canizaro Jr. rounding out the top 5. But congratulations goes to our winner here tonight, Brett Meeks. And, of course, the podium finishers of Kyler Davis and Stephen Rex. We're going to get the top 3 up here for the MaxspeedTV TV post-race show. So hang tight, folks, as we are going to see Mr. Brett burn it up here tonight on the grass, looks like. And we will get them up here. We will get all 3 of them up here for the MaxspeedTV TV post-race show and have a talk with them. So hang on, folks. We will be right back. Alrighty, folks, we are back. I've caught up, of course, with our top three here tonight. We're going to start with our third place finisher here this evening. I do have to turn the camera here, though, so we can take a look at that car. But the four of Steven Rex here. Steven, bud, awesome job out here tonight. Started 12th, and you found a spot up there in third here toward the end of the race. But, man, a long green flag run. We did have some yellows, but, well, it wasn't a lot. And I say that because it could have been a whole lot worse because it is Thompson. But you guys, man, impress me every week. And, man, talk about it. How was the tires? How was the race? How was, one line? And how was pit stops, man? We got to hear from you.
Yeah, it was definitely one line. I went about 89, 90 laps on a set of tires on that first run.
Gosh.
Yeah, I came in and topped off a couple times. I was mid-pack, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to top off and see what I can do on fuel strategy. And I actually had to pit a little early and save fuel on that last run because my tires were so bad. My right front was 12%. I mean, it was going.
Oh, my gosh. You were that close to blowing a tire, dude.
Oh, yeah, right there. I felt it, too, in the wheel, and it's either I pull in now or I'm just going to lose it in the corner and take somebody out. And I'm like, I better just pull in, and I had to save about 5 laps of fuel.
Well, hey, it all worked out, and, you were able to bring it home into third here. I do know, you probably wanted to finish 2 spots higher, but, hey, good point, stop, man. I am, I'm really impressed because Thompson, it's just a little over half a mile. It's one groove, and, if you have somebody that wants to try to pass, it may not work out.
Yeah, you got to have really fresh tires to pass on the bottom. All the passing's done on top, and all you can do is hope somebody slips up in the corner and stick your nose to the outside, so they can't get back up there. And you know what? I think I had the freshest tires of the top 3 here, and man, I just blew the restart. Brent got such a good start, and I followed right behind him that I totally missed my mark and drove it right up into the wall and let Kyler back by. And I think if I could have stuck it and stayed in second and cleared Kyler, that I had a shot at Brent, but once I went behind Kyler, I knew I was done, and I was just going to sit there.
Yeah, well, hey, you would probably rather finish third than not finish at all, right?
Oh, yeah, because, it's no fun finishing last, or in the back, especially if you get taken out. I want to run all the laps, and, I'd like to finish top 5 every week.
Yeah, definitely. Well, good points not for you. Well, we do go to Concord on the 10th here. So around number, let me get this right, round number 9 next week. How do you, feel about Concord here, bud?
Yeah, I mean, I like Concord. I'm not very good at it, but I like it. But you know what? If I'm not good at it, I'm just going to try to win on pit strategy.
Yeah, that's about the only thing you can do.
That's it.
Yeah, so, awesome job out here tonight, buddy, at Thompson. Now, Concord is another track that I don't think I've ever called a race on, so that'll be another one. And then we go to Nashville. Of course, Slinger, that's brand new, I think, to everybody, so that's going to be new to me as well. Five Flags, North Wilkesboro, Southern National, Myrtle Beach, kind of rounding out the last of the races for this season. But we got to get through Concord first. So, awesome job out here tonight, buddy, man. Any final thoughts, shout-outs, things you want to give before you go celebrate?
Yeah, I thank Matt and Steve for putting this on, the P.A.L.M.S League, you for broadcasting, and the guys over at Riding Dirty that I run with all the time, Brent, Johnny B, and Art Hendren. It was a good time tonight, and can't wait till next week.
All right, we'll go celebrate here tonight your third place finish, and we'll see you next week at Concord, bud.
Yep, take care, buddy.
You too. All right, well, that is going to bring us here to our second place finisher here tonight. The number 6, we actually talked to him earlier here this evening. He won heat race number 2, started on the outside, and, well, here he is here tonight again, the number 6 of Kyler Davis, Mark Martin's my favorite, Kyler. Sorry.
I don't blame you.
All right. Well, hey, man, you started in second. You finished in second. You led 8 laps. I mean, you probably wanted to win, but, hey, it's it's Thompson. It's a tough track. One line groove. You even said it earlier here tonight. So, how did you survive it here this evening?
Just hanging out on the high line, like everybody else. It's just tire strategy and fuel. Happy, Bob Eldred and I just worked fuel well. Obviously, unfortunately, it wasn't enough to get Brent at the end. But, I'll take second all the time. That's kind of what I'm used to. Yeah,
well, let's kind of talk about the long green flag run there. We had pit stops, man. I know the pit here is a little wonky. It's, you got to enter pit in 3. And then work it all the way around, and it's a little different. Talk about, getting in and off of pit road. How did you manage, calling it out if you did and letting everybody know and, hopefully nobody got into you?
Absolutely. I definitely didn't call it out like I was supposed to, so I wouldn't be surprised if I got something for that. But definitely coming into 3, as hard as you do, trying to make pit is tough. I almost missed it the second time we pit, coming in way too hot.
Oh.
But coming out the first time, it was pretty even. We kind of fell back right back in line. And then the second time was about the same.
All right. Well, awesome job, man. I mean, good point start again. I mean, we've still got several races left. I wouldn't say we're winding them down because anything can happen between, Concord next week and Myrtle Beach, May the 22nd. So, we still got several races left. The championship is still on the line. So, anything is possible. But, Thompson is a track of its own, and Concord next week. 200 laps of Concord, it's a track itself. I mean, it's got its quirks. How do you feel about Concord? And, what do you got to do to survive that track, aside from the differences of this one?
Absolutely. Concord's tough. I don't really like it, but, it's a track we got to do. Unfortunately, I'm not here next week, so I won't be here. But Concord's very unpredictable. The wrong move can cause the worst chaos.
Oh, man.
So it's just being patient.
So patience at Concord, you think, is going to be the key, for a driver to bring it home, in a victory lane or, top 3, top 5, basically?
Absolutely. It's always the key.
Okay, so Nashville. That will be April the 17th. Are we going to be able to see you there?
Absolutely, sir.
Okay.
That is one of my favorite tracks.
All right. So since we're going to be able to see you at Nashville, how do you feel about Nashville? Well,
That track is a blast. Definitely one of my favorite tracks for sure. Top lane and bottom lanes there. Just whether you want to make it work.
All right. So we will miss you next week, buddy. But awesome job here tonight at Thompson for a P2 start, a P2 finish. Like I said, 8 laps led. Man, go celebrate P2, and final thought, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate, but
Absolutely. Just a big thanks to Matt and Steven for putting this on. It's a great league to be a part of, and can appreciate them more.
All righty, buddy. We'll go celebrate here tonight. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All right, well, that is going to bring us to our winner here tonight. Yep, that's him right there, starting in the 5th spot. My wife just scared the living daylights out of me. So Brett Meeks here tonight. Brett, got a copy down there, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, we'll talk about it. You're the winner here tonight. Now, I'm going to say it officially because we don't have everything, kind of there, but, no points are updated yet. But, man, talk about it. You led 35 laps. You started top 5, and, well, you're in victory lane, man. Let's talk about it. What'd you feel out there? How did you manage it?
Tough track, and it's just patience. I'm just trying to give up some things. I mean, I almost second guessed that pit stop I took early, where I came super, super late, and I'm so glad I did because I literally made it after that with 1 stop. So.
Yeah, I was looking at it here too. I was talking to my wife. Sorry, I was looking at it here. You had a 73-lap stint run there. Do you think that caution helped?
I was able to make it. If it would have went green, I was clear.
Oh, really? Oh.
I was golden. Yeah, I was golden by like 3 laps.
Wow. So, let's kind of go and throw it out there. We had green flag pit stops. Of course, I know tires, probably played a factor here on that, those green flag runs. How was your tire wear, after that, that green flag run with that pit stop?
The first one, my tire wear was pretty bad. I didn't actually look at it, but it was bad. It was hard to turn. I finished the race with those tires. I think my front tires were down to 40.
Oh,
So,
wow. So you weren't
yeah,
quite you wasn't quite there for them to be blown, but you were getting pretty close.
it was going to be tough if somebody got on my inside to really drive and race them. It was going to be a shootout. So it was just lucky. My teammate Steve blew the corner going into 1 and 2 on that last restart, and I was able to pull away.
Oh, so your teammate was Steven then?
Yeah,
Ah,
me and
okay.
Steve run different places. So
Yeah, okay, all right. So now that I know, I'm gonna have to get with everybody on who's part of what team. But we can do that later, or maybe next season if we come back. That still remains to be seen. We still got races to go this season. So, but it was an overall good race. I mean, it's Thompson. I think what was it, like 80-something% of the race here tonight was under green. So that is, I think one goal for one of the goals or many goals of y'all is to run 75%, I think it is 75% to 80% of the race green, and it did here tonight. So I mean, first time ever calling a Thompson race, and you guys, I mean, you blew it out of the water. That was such an amazing race. Yeah, it was one groove, but you still had those side-by-side battles.
yeah, we got a really good group of guys here that run with us. I mean, the core group of guys we have here, the 20 to 25 guys that show up every week, they really know how to race each other, and I feel really good racing side by side with them and put us on top. Really put us on anywhere. Yeah, typically we'll give each other the respect they need and so on and so forth. I mean, you get your scribbles here and there, but I mean, I feel really confident running side by side with these guys, and it's going to be clean. They may be a little bit fender scrapping, but it's good racing.
Yeah.
It's really good racing, and I think we put on a good show. I needed it for the points. I was down in 5th, so this really helps me out. I don't lie to myself. I'm not the fastest guy in this league, but if I can use some old man strategies and try to get ahead, I'll do whatever I can.
Yeah, do you think being out front here at the end too, even though your tires were, were pretty worn and you were, getting low on fuel, do you think being out front helped you to bring it into victory lane?
I think the caution flags give you like 2 good laps after you're done, after you cool down those tires. And then after that, you're kind of in trouble, especially if you burn them really hard. I mean, at least that's what I've seen, or at least I've experienced. And I mean, being P1 with those restarts and being able to start on the outside and control the start, you can put a 0.3 on somebody real quick coming out of 1 and 2. So it's a huge advantage here.
Yeah,
Huge advantage starting on the outside and having control. So
well,
that helped.
Yeah, definitely so. Well, you're talking about that having the advantage here tonight at Thompson, but we go to Concord next week. So what's Concord like? I mean, I've heard different stories about Concord. So how do you feel about it?
Not a favorite. I like to stick to ovals, not triangles, especially short ones. But again, it's going to be one of those races where you got to be patient and see how the race plays out. And, hopefully my strategy brings me into another top 5, if not another win. But, that's my plan every week coming in here, is just to kind of see where it all falls out at and pick my spots and don't mess up on pit road.
Yeah, pick and choose your battles, basically, because you don't want to pick the wrong one and not only mess up your race and somebody else's, but you want to make sure your battles that you pick are going to benefit you.
Yeah. Tonight was before I made my second pit stop, which was my last pit stop, was keeping John Jr. behind me. I raced as hard as I could to keep him behind me, because I knew the longer I kept them behind me, the better I would be when I came out of the pit. Oh. And I know I was stacking people up, but I was like, hey, I'm the leader. You got to pass me. So
exactly. And I talk about it week in and week out. It's not left up to you to let, faster drivers around you.
Nope.
You run your race, and it is their responsibility to get around you safely. So, You could have let them by, but you know who's going to do that? You know, especially when
No.
you're going for a win, right? You know.
Hell yeah. I knew
so-
it was my only shot.
Yep.
The 200 times I drove was the 10 laps where I was keeping them behind me, probably the last 5 laps of the race.
Wow. All right. Well, awesome job out here tonight, buddy. Like I said, on the win, Concord next week. You don't like the track, but it's on the schedule. So I guess you got to race it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We'll race it. We'll put down some laps. We'll see what kind of show we put on there.
All righty. Well, any final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate your victory here tonight, bud?
I want to shout out to you for putting on these cool broadcasts. I think I've watched every one of them so far, which is really
Appreciate
cool. Matt and Steve for putting on this great league. I've been in it every year from the beginning. I really like driving it. Like I said, the people that run here are great. Riding dirty. Steve for not getting to me because I know he would have been all over my ass. And that's about it. Thank you very much. You guys have a great night.
All righty, Brett. Go celebrate. We'll see you next week, bud.
Later on. Have a good one.
All right. Well, that is our winner here tonight. Unofficially, Brett Meeks. But, man, it was a great race. I got to say, Thompson Speedway, I think we need to run this one again. Just throw out another quick race here for these guys because that was actually a good race. Even though it was single file for the most part, there was some battling out there, but, man, these guys did put on a show. So the final tally here, 4 cautions for 20 laps. That's it. So 130 laps here tonight was ran green flag. That is, what, like 85-90% of the race? That's outstanding. And a total of 7 lead changes. Awesome job, guys. Awesome job. Now, of course, the unofficial results, because they are going to be working on, of course, the admin stuff here throughout the week and getting ready for next week. So we will do this unofficially here tonight. Brett Meeks grabbing the win. Awesome win out here tonight for Brett. Kyler Davis is going to finish there in the second spot. Stephen Rex third. Bob Eldred in fourth. John Jr., Don Canizaro Jr. grabbing the top 5. Scott Negus 6th. Gerard Lawrence 7th. Benny Hogan in 8th. William Salamone 9th. And Jonathan Emerson rounding out the top 10. John Brandon Casio in 11th. Kitty Tripp 12th. Brandon Kiger 13th. Shane Colmeyer 14th. Thomas Mitchell 15th. Mark Keedeman 16th. John Canizaro Sr. in 17th. Arthur Hendren in 18th. Gary Elder in 19th. Jake Plummer did not start here tonight. So, unofficially, again, our winner here tonight, Brett Meeks. Big shout-out to everybody that tuned in here tonight in chat. I know we had a few of you. Most of you were moderators, but still, nevertheless, glad to have you. Steven and Tyler, my brother, Brandon, John, becoming a moderator here tonight. He shows up when he can. So thank you all here tonight. And those that did not talk in chat, thank you all as well. A big shout out to Matt and Steven here tonight, for doing what they do over here at Palms and Pass and whatever else, whatever other leagues they run here. Man, they got their hands full for sure. But that is going to do it here tonight for the Pro American Late Model Series of MaxspeedTV. TV. Of course, downforce tomorrow night, 8:45 Eastern, 7:45 Central. Don't want to miss it. Stay tuned for that. Until tomorrow night, folks, stay safe. Thank you all, and have a good night.